Hi, I'm Susan from Shared Teaching. Thank you so much for your interest in the Editable notebook tabs, as you see here. They fit both spiral and composition notebooks without having to reduce your printing size or anything like that. You literally just print it from the PowerPoint and go. So this does come with a PDF that includes all the links for my terms of use, how to find me. If you're interested in getting on my email list, that's available in that as well. So I have here a KG font, which I will link as well in the PDF information. And you can change it how you want. So these are made to be editable in PowerPoint. So make sure you open up PowerPoint in order to do that. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to type on them. Now, the thing that is not editable is these lines here. You can see here it is grayed out. You can't get to it. So it's only the wording, the letters here, that you can type where it says type. You can also kind of move them around. If you don't like it to be centered, you can go to your format here and you can click it to be either left justified, right justified, centered, how I have it. Choice is yours. You can also make it all capitals. You can change the font. So here this is called KG Second Chance Solid, and that is a free font you can get from TPT, and I will link that to the store. Just make sure that you get that from the information from the PDF. Okay, so literally it says type here. So this is your table of contents. So whatever you want to call it, if you just want to call it table of contents, and then if you wanted to type what it is for the students, you could put that here. Maybe you have a geometry section of your notebook, and then you're going to click on it, and I like to do Control Paste, or copy paste, sorry, I'm on a Mac, and then I can move that. See, it duplicated that text box, and then I can move it down here, and I can create another one. Maybe I have one about addition and subtraction, and then I can create the table of contents for them, and then the students would just write in the numbers here. I don't have a text box here for the numbers, but that's easy enough to do. So again, you're just going to copy and then paste, and then you bring that right over here. You can shrink it way down, and let's say that's going to be on page 2 because you have a table of contents right here, and you just put it there. So you can just shrink that by doing the little square tabs, and then that will move it to where you want it. And again, you can copy, paste. If you already have it pre-planned out, you know exactly what page numbers you need, you're going to just type that in for them. You're going to do the same thing here. I have it double-sided in case you need more room and you have lots of things to cover. There is a two-sided table of contents. If you don't need that, then that's okay. You can just delete that up here, or you can have the students copy exactly what's here on this side. That works too because they are double-sided tabs, which is one of the reasons I love them so much. Okay, for here you're going to type. So this first tab is table of contents. You can teach your students the abbreviation, or you can actually write table of contents, and I like to do it both sides because again, it is a double-sided notebook tab. Okay, so if you can see here that this tab is on the top. These little dotted lines are where they would cut the tab, and that's the only piece of paper that you're going to cut out and throw away is inside this little dotted line here. And then when you go to here, it's the second tab, so you're going to cut a part on the top, and then you're going to cut out the bottom, and then you literally just fold the tab in half, and you put a piece of paper in between the front and the back of the tab. And then it's nice and secure. It should last them all year unless they're really rough. If they are, then you might want to just put a piece of tape over the tab, and they are kind of skinny, so then that would fit perfectly. So you can see here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different tab slots, all for table of contents. And if you don't need 5, then I have 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I have 1, 2, 3 options. So there's 3 tabs, and you see they get a little bit bigger each time. There's 4 tabs and there's 5 tabs, all using the same table of contents format, which is great if you're teaching maybe 3rd, 4th, 5th, and on. You also have this kind of elementary friendly tab. This is my favorite. It does not need a table of contents. You could create one if you wanted to. It could just be a very blank section that kids could write or draw. That might be kind of fun for them to personalize. Sorry, that was my phone going off. And so here, of course, you're going to type whatever it is. Writing, oops, sorry. And let's say for writing, I like my students to plan an idea. So they're generating ideas. Maybe we're going to have an ideas tab. And then I'm just going to duplicate it on both sides. And you can add a fun picture. So insert, pictures, picture from file. And look at my lovely mess here. Let's just find a quick clip art. Let's see, speech. Speech bubble always reminds me of ideas. Here's one. I'll just use this one. I think it's EduClips. And then I just shrink it down. And now I have a cute picture there. If I want to duplicate it, copy paste, bring it over to this side. And then when they fold it, they can see the same thing on both sides. So you can have the kids draw on it. You can draw on it by inserting a picture. It's great for art notebooks as well, science and social studies. I could draw a really fun picture that relates to the content of whatever unit you're doing. And then this up here can change as the content of each unit changes. So here again, we have the same format of having 5 tabs, 4 tabs, or 3 tabs available. If you only want 1 tab or 2 tabs, then you just print the first 2. No big deal. The tabs will still work the same. And if you want them in a little bit larger format, that is not available because of the way it is formatted here to stay in place so that you don't adjust the settings, because then they won't print correctly. If you are ready to print, then you can just click on what you want. You say File and then Print. You're going to find your printer and then choose what page numbers you're going to do. Let's see, this was just page 4, so I could say selected slide because that's the slide that has the red box around it, if you're not familiar with how PowerPoint works. And then up here you change how many copies you need. I usually just print 1, and then I go to the copier in my school and print all the ones that I need, and then you're going to just say print. Okay, you want to make sure that you have it as scale to paper. You do not want to frame the slides because that, see, adds a little black border around it. I'm going to just say cancel because I don't need that, and that is how I would use the Editable notebook tabs. So thank you so much for purchasing them. If you haven't, there is a link in this video for how to do so. Bye for now.